And we are live.
What up? I said, what up? What's going on, y'all? Chilling, chilling, chilling. We got your boy Wings of Redemption, White Boy 7th Street. Yeah, you look like a fucking light bulb, white boy.
Yeah. I have no
He
lights
look
on.
bright as shit, don't he?
White boy is
I
living up to
literally-
his fucking name.
I have
White
no
ass
lights.
shit.
Bright boy.
There's no lights in my room. I got my window closed. It's just LED, baby.
Is it the monitor?
Tell him, my boy, you shine
The
like a
monitor?
big ass light,
No, I got
motherfucker.
outside today. I went for a walk, and I think the sun.
It charged you up.
Yeah,
It
I'm
charged you
charged up.
Charged up.
You're like a ghoul from.
He's like the super villain in Superman 3.
You charged up. How do y'all think? What do y'all think about that song, Charged Up?
I like it.
I haven't
think
heard.
it's okay. I don't really think it's people. Anytime somebody, in rap, if somebody's beefing, say me and White Boy's beefing, right? Me and Root Beer, me and White Boy's beefing. Y'all know I got ADHD or whatever. I can't pay attention. Like that little Root Beer
It
just
was
like
shiny.
Sorry, Joe.
mess my yeah. But say me and White Boy arguing on Twitter. My next video, people are going to think, they're going to just be listening and think it's a diss. My next video, they're going to think it's a diss on White Boy, but it probably wasn't. So I don't even know if that's really a diss on Meek Mill. Like, he probably said some stuff and people twisted it out to be whatever, but I think anybody that come with a diss that soft, although it was a good song, it's not a whack song, but it wasn't like a diss song. What do you think, White Boy?
I think Drake's full of himself. He always repeats himself. He literally put his verse like twice in the song.
Yo,
What the fuck is that?
I thought the guy who posted it looped it
I don't know.
on purpose.
I don't
I
think
hope
so, because at
I
the end
hope
it
that's-
like there's a fade, and it seems like it was.
No, it just went straight through, right?
So I don't know, but
I was
Drake always
thinking, I'm
repeats
like-
himself in his songs. That's like a thing that he does.
I'm not a fan of Drake by any means, but didn't Drake say he was the best rapper and singer out at one point?
I don't know.
I mean, that's what rappers do. Like,
I'm pretty sure. I'm talking about like the self-esteem rap that you hear all the time. Like, I make money, like trees make money. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about he literally and undisputedly looked at somebody and goes, "Yeah, I'm the best singer and rapper out right now." Like with confidence in his voice.
Damn.
Like that's different than being like, "I'm the best there ever was."
yeah, I
ain't
think
I ain't never hear him say that, but I do. Barring that somebody writes his stuff, if somebody writes his stuff, I do think he's like a real good rapper, man. Like his lyrics are hot, but he's a little pussy. He is. He's real soft.
yeah,
but-
the diss. There wasn't really anything in there that was too harsh, but at least it's a conflict. I haven't seen a lot of hip hop drama, especially not with the big people. And who knows? Drake always says he studies the game. Maybe this is all calculated. Maybe he didn't tweet out Meek Mill stuff on purpose to try to get Meek up, because Meek is now with Nicki Minaj in the Illuminati pyramid. Rick Ross is at the top of it, and it's all coming together. Do you agree?
Yeah.
That's almost undoubtedly why he did it.
Yeah,
So-
I don't see how you could call Drake hot, dude. Like every Drake song I've ever heard, I couldn't tell you the name of because they all sound monotone and the same. He has one flow, period. Like
his lyrics are hot though. Like
One
I don't
flow?
think like
He has one
Eminem
flow.
Or
Job,
anything
Job,
like
tell him
that.
about it. Job agreeing with me. He got one flow. Tell him about it, Job.
He switches it up. I mean, for a while he had the same thing, but
I
he
do
always
think
goes.
I do think he got one the
He
little
got-
monotone flow, but
He got that one flow.
what you think, Eddie?
Well, oddly enough, I learnt about this because I'm a listener of the Jalen and Jacoby podcast on YouTube. It's a basketball podcast, and they were doing because the basketball season's over, they were doing a special beef episode, and this is one of the beefs that was on the show. So I wouldn't know what the fuck this was about unless I'd seen that podcast. And basically, Yeah, so Drake was on this other guy's album, and because he didn't tweet it out, he was like, he didn't. It's not that he doesn't write his own songs; it's that he didn't write his verse on that guy's song on that album, and he's like, this small guy did, and Drake just like performed it or whatever. And I'm like, is this really a beef? I wouldn't be surprised if loads of those top guys don't write all their own shit. Come on, man.
Yeah.
Like, someone gives them like a hot verse or something and gets paid a little bit of money, they're going to claim it as their own. That happens in rock music all the time,
or country music especially. I was going to say Garth Brooks, I don't think wrote any of his songs. Like, he literally picks from the songs he likes.
But it's also a case that, and some people don't know this. Sorry, Jive, is that
that's cool.
Bands will copy other songs. Like, big bands will copy small band songs, pay that small band money, and take writing credit. So it does count as their song. So it does say that they wrote it. Madonna's done that previously in the past. Like, famously has done that to smaller songwriters. Loads of these people do it. So I wouldn't be surprised if, the rap game wasn't like that as well.
How do you feel about it? Do you look at the artist the same way? Do you still like that music the same?
I look at them. I couldn't do it. Any real rapper couldn't do it. Like, not real rapper, but like anybody that takes, like, KRS-One. Like, if y'all listen to that dude, he is one of the hottest lyricists like ever. Or Eminem, or even any one of them. They will never let nobody write.
Knowledge reigns supreme over nearly everybody.
Yeah.
But the reason, all right, okay, but they're the exceptions. Like, the actually really good rappers, they're not usually the ones that make it to, like, right to the top, to, like, the most popular. Like, I'm talking about commercially, like those kind of sizes, like Drake size, because either they're controversial or they're difficult to sell or market.
Or they're too much over your head, basically.
Exactly, right? And that's very typical of KRS-One. That's exactly what happened to him. Like, they were talking about KRS-One with 50 Cent on Jalen and Jacoby when they had him as a guest, and they were like, KRS-One's like the best ever, but he started writing albums that even his audience didn't understand. Like, he's the one that they say is like, he's too smart for his audience, right? So those guys that wouldn't accept that, there are a few at the top of the game that are like that, but most of the people at the top, it's just like Taylor Swift and all these pop bands. Like, they're generic by design to appeal to the most amount of people as possible. And if you're at the top of the game, you're going to do, and once you get to the top of that mountain, it doesn't matter what you say.
To stay there.
Yeah, you'll do anything to stay there. I guarantee it. I guarantee that those rappers, anyone in any genre of music, right at the top, will have done what this guy said.
I got a question. I got a question before we get off this topic. Like, so you're saying KRS-One didn't make big, because he's never really been a big guy. Like, even in the 80s, he was never like a #1 album guy, because his lyrics are over people's heads. But this is going to be looking like I'm defending Lil Wayne a little bit. I would say Lil Wayne has lyrics that are unique and complex. He has complex lyrics. But, well,
I'm like a lollipop.
No, not that song of the thing. Like, look at a Millie. Like, a millionaire harder than Nigerian hair. My criteria compared to your, those are more complex than like what Drake puts out there. Drake, in my mind, has simpleton lyrics. It's very simpleton, monotone flow.
Hold up. Lil Wayne be saying stuff that doesn't make sense. You'd be like, what the fuck? Like, you never heard Drake say nothing like, what?
But Drake's easier to understand. It's an easier palette to take in and consume. Whereas Lil Wayne, you gotta stop and think. And look at Eminem, for example. Eminem is a complex lyricist. Let's use Eminem as a better example. His lyrics are usually complex, and he went straight to the top. And they're all.
But he's white.
But you think about Eminem's lyrics. You think about Eminem's lyrics, and then it'll make sense. You think about Lil Wayne lyrics, like, what did he just say?
It's better
to not. Don't make sense. Like,
Wayne usually drunk off Robitussin anyway.
Yeah, for Lil Wayne, it's better just to go with it and not like rewind it and listen back. Just get it out the way once and don't really digest it too much, because it does sound good sometimes if you just like go with it, and you like Lil Wayne will say blah or something, just like not even a word, And
all right.
One of the reasons I bust Lil Wayne's chops so much is I agree with White Boy 100% that his lyrics are fucking terrible. But the thing with rap that makes me smile is when I hear lyrics the third or fourth time I go through a song. When I can find, if I hear a line that you put, and I'm like, oh shit! Like the fifth time I'm hearing the song, every time I hear your song, I hear something different in the song. That's when you're writing a good rap song. What do you guys think?
Yeah.
Yeah, especially I love it when it's like you listen to it on like a different speaker or something, and then you kind of hear things different. Like I would listen just through this computer monitor forever for one song, and then I finally put it on my iPhone and listen to it in my Jeep, and then that's when you really start figuring out new lines too, if you haven't figured them out already.
I often think like rap lines that really entertain me. Like rap's kind of like joke writing to a certain extent.
It's punchline over and over again.
Yeah, it's set up line and then punchline. And when the punchline is not in the direction that you thought it was going to be, that's when it entertains me. When like when rap's generic, and you know there are generic topics that every rapper does, like usually around like I'm amazing at rapping is one, like I'm successful with women sexually is another one. I can do a lot of drugs. I've got a lot of money. Once they get beyond all those things and they start doing like lyrics that they do a setup line, I'm like, oh, what's he gonna say here? And then they go in a totally different direction. That's rap music that I like. But you know, I'm a bit strange.
Yeah, I don't like punchline after another. Like it was a rapper. His name was Fabulous. He's still out. He still makes songs here and there. I don't really follow him because I think it was another guy with G Unit. His name was like Lloyd Banks. He was worse at he would say punchlines he would just rhyme the whole verse with one glasses, asses, molasses, fasses. Like he would just keep rhyming.
This guy's talking about Lloyd. Lloyd Banks was famous because 50 Cent got famous.
Oh, of course, but I'm just using him for an example. The way he rap, I hate rappers like that. I like right now. What do I listen to? I listen to Jeezy right now, and he's not even a lyrical rapper.
No, Jeezy, Young Jock, man, where the fucking happened to Young Jock?
Young Jock.
You don't remember Young Jock?
I do, but like he's not even like.
Dude, Young Jock.
Mention him.
His public songs, like the ones that got famous, like "It's Going Down," you know, those were all right. I ain't gonna say they're terrible, but like his albums were good. He had good ass albums.
I never even listened to his album. I can't even lie.
His albums were good, like man.
His name's Young Jock, pause, and then his album Going Down, pause. So I didn't even listen to it.
You got if you ever get a chance, listen to his album. He was a good rapper, but he went broke. He went broke quick.
I think he was on Love and Hip Hop, one of those reality shows, and it, you know, they pay you, so I guess that helped his career. I guess.
What about Mike Jones?
Yeah, Mike Jones. Whatever happened to Mike Jones?
381. Hold up.
285-330-8004.
285-330-8004. Vote. Call Mike Jones. I don't know. I just know that number because he said it in every fucking rap.
Well,
you don't know who Mike Jones is, Eddie?
No.
If he would have said it, he should have said who. That would have been great.
I thought he was going to say who. If he said who, that would have been
I think Mike Jones, he was in a wheelchair.
Perfect. Huh?
He was in a wheelchair last time I seen him.
Was he?
Yeah. Like he had something medically go wrong with him. I know he had a falling out with Swishahouse. And then he was on tour. No, that was Bone Crusher. Remember, that was Bone Crusher in a wheelchair.
Oh.
Speaking about rap, Wings, are you working on your podcast show?
I haven't wrote one damn thing yet.
I was going to bring that up.
I haven't wrote one thing yet.
I got it done the first night. The next night, I was like, bam. I got the beat. Bam.
Bars. Chat, get them, guys. Get them. Tag Wings' name in every... You don't even have fucking Twitter.
Yeah, tag him in Twitter. Tag him in Twitter.
No, not Twitter.
Facebook.
What can get the wings? Y'all, when he streams, that's not good.
Matter of fact, I might as well stream myself writing the damn lyrics.
That's
Right.
cool.
I'd watch that.
That's
stream.
cool.
Something that's really big now on Twitch is creative. People are just building things, drawing things, putting their PC together. I just bought Cold Cat, really big kitty condo.
A kitty condo.
Yeah, like a 4-story. Boom! It's got to be great.
You know, the kitties give parasites to humans as a thing. Now I think Cold Cat's got White Boy.
Maybe.
I think so,
and I'm
too.
okay with it. I like it. I like cats. We shaved him up a little bit. He's looking nice. He has like a little mohawk going.
What's up? What? Why are you neglecting the other cat?
What other cat?
Cat
The
7th
black
Street.
Cat 7th Street.
I don't neglect her. She was cuddling with me last night. I woke up. Cat 7th Street was right here. Cold Cat was at my feet.
What?
What are you
Cold Cat was what?
At my feet.
You just said Cold Cat. It cut off. The camera cut. You said Cold Cat was
What?
right.
She was like right down there by my feet. Maybe he's a big cat. Maybe my niece.
Oh my God! This podcast.
I love all my cats equally.
This motherfucker said Cold Cat was right here.
Well, we have a gift for this week. We had a gift
Oh
for last
man.
week.
What was we were gonna talk about the shooting at the
Movie
cinema.
theater. Yeah.
What?
Louisiana, right?
Louisiana
How
Cinema.
old was that guy?
Oh, he was 54, I think.
They're lucky he was that old.
Why would they lucky he was that old, Jeff?
I would think if he was like 30 something, he would have got a lot more people.
Are you trying to say he had like glaucoma or something?
That's
Like he had bad
funny.
eyesight?
I'm
Couldn't
not
say
laughing that
anything.
he shot people. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like he's like something probably was. Well,
Didn't have
obviously
steady
something
aim,
medically
poor
wrong with
hit
him
fire
to do that.
accuracy.
He did play enough Call of Duty, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
we're
really
not
creepy.
laughing at the fact that he shot people, but you know.
Well, there's a mass shooting every day in the fucking United States lately. I think I seen a trend the other day. Obviously, there's been more than this, but like there was like 210 mass shootings in 210 days or something like that. And it's like we literally have a shooting every day. Like here's a good question: can y'all name every mass shooting we've had this month?
I can't.
You can't. You can't name them all.
Is
I
that
just
good though
assume-
that it's not on the media and it's being like?
We're starting to get desensitized to it because if you look at
I
this,
think that's true. I would say Americans are desensitized to it. I think there is, especially being a European, there is a certain like, yo, in my town, right? If there was a fucking shoot up in the cinema, like that would be genuinely scary to me. I'd be like, what the fuck? Like you can't even go to watch a fucking movie.
Oh, I saw somebody rolling on World Star. She was like tripping on drugs and rolling on the highway, and that's one of the highways that I use, and I got scared. So imagine if it was a shooting.
Yeah, like it does just seem to happen so often.
what you're disconnecting with though, Eddie, is like you live in I don't want to say a smaller country, but your country is the size of Texas.
Yeah.
It's the size of one of the states in the United States. In the United States, people look at this and they see it on the news and they disconnect with it because they go, well, that's in Louisiana. That's not here.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
They disconnect with it because the size. We're so big
Yeah.
that it will never happen in my backyard. That's what people
Basically,
disconnect
that's
with.
yeah. Because if it happened with Eddie, like it's close, no matter how you put it. Like I know.
No, that's not true. Like if a
it
shooting
is.
happens, no, that's not true. If a shooting happens in Manchester, that's to me, because I live in a smaller country. The smaller distance is still far away to me. They have whole different fucking accents.
But if
mate.
it happens
If it happened in
L.A. and I'm in Philly, like it's far.
but that's what it's
further.
like. You
from
would
me.
say that because of the physical distance. It is like 3,000
that's
miles
what I'm
between
talking
LA and Philly. But between me and Manchester, like culturally, it's a totally different fucking place. Like I'd have to get on like 4 trains just to fucking get there. Like it still feels far away. I just think that it happens so often in the United States that guns are obviously a very touchy subject. with some people.
Well, fuck it. Let's talk about them, because like I want to say the desensitization. Like, what I was going to say is like we've gotten so desensitized about mass shootings that they don't even count what most people would consider a mass shooting. Like if Eddie, like somebody in UK, got riled up and shot his whole family. Say he killed 4 people. His wife, 2 kids, and maybe himself. A murder-suicide thing. That would be all over the United Kingdom news, right?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah. It happens every day in America. They don't even count that as a mass shooting. A mass shooting in America is generally in public or 6 or more.
And it seems, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but a lot of these, the newer ones, it's tragic that I say that, but the newer ones seem to be more like agenda-based. Like, there's a lot of agenda shootings. Like, didn't this guy shoot them because he wanted to kill libtards or something?
Yeah,
like that?
well, liberals. He didn't like liberals. He was a very right-wing kind of guy. But I don't think you generalize in this place. This guy was legitimately crazy. I mean, like, you can't try to push an agenda on something like this. The guy was legitimately crazy. Like, he admired Hitler in some of his posts, and like, just a straight right-wing kind of guy that was racist in every form or fashion. And I think the worst thing about this one, and like Dylan Roof, is that they sat with the people beforehand. Like, he watched like half an hour of the damn movie before he got up and started shooting people. Like, he literally was sitting there, and the 2 people that died were the 2 people sitting right in front of him. So he looked at the back of these people's heads for like half an hour before he got up and put bullets in them.
And thought, yeah.
That's some cold-blooded shit.
That is some serious cold-blooded shit.
Just to throw that out there, anybody that does anything like this is crazy to me.
And like Dylan Roof sat an hour in a prayer meeting before he shot the people. And a prayer meeting is a much more like socially interactive case. Like, it's like you're there dealing with people, you're hearing people's problems, they're praying for the people's problems, and you're like, after they pray, I'm like, I'm gonna give you some fucking problems to pray about. Bang, 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 bang. I mean, that's pretty much what the scenario was. I know.
Don't you be like, damn, all right, I'll do this another day or something. Like,
you got to have a heart, and that's one of I'm using this to segue. I actually am using this to segue into another topic, another version of this topic, is because right now the NRA, I don't want to say Republicans or anything, but the NRA are saying that the answer is to allow no gun-free zones. Like, for example, if you go into a convenience store, a bank, or like a movie theater, you'll have a sign that say, "We do not allow concealed carry in this premises," things like that. They're trying to get rid of that now because, like, for example, the Marine shooting. Marines are not allowed to carry guns into like the recruitment office because it's a gun-free zone because it's a government building. Well, they're trying to do away with that, and I'm like, this is a terrible plan. And don't get me wrong. I'm a gun owner, and I understand guns, and I'm not one of these people who's like, well, we just get rid of the guns. There's 300 million guns in America. There's 4.1 million guns in South Carolina alone. 4.1 million guns in South Carolina alone.
Damn.
You're not getting rid of guns in America. So you might as well try to regulate them. But having people carry guns into a dark theater that's very loud. I don't know if you guys have been to a theater recently. They still have these nice surround sound systems that will blow you out of the place.
And picture yourself,
if somebody starts shooting and everybody else, you have 5 guys pull guns out. Who shot? Who are you shooting?
Yeah.
And sometimes, like, it would take 10 seconds to register in, probably. It depends on what kind of movie you watch.
Yeah, the movie's got shooting going on in it.
This is something I said on a different podcast, and I got shit for it, but I still think it's true. I am incredibly anti all those people who are like, yeah, pro-concealed carry, all that kind of stuff. Because I really feel that there's some vague bullshittery about how they pretend they would be in that scenario. Like, I see a lot of... maybe it's a bias of mine, but I characterize a lot of these people like, I drive a pickup truck, I vote Republican, and I conceal carry. And if I was there, that shit wouldn't go down like that. I'm like, well, Eddie, listen, motherfucker.
I'm glad you said that because I do drive a pickup truck and I do have a concealed carry, and the shit wouldn't go like down that way if I was there.
But I don't think. I'm sorry.
I've looked down a gun 3 times in my life, and like it doesn't scare me.
I just don't think that. I don't think that you're. First of all, I don't think you're not. You don't have the training to respond to what that kind of situation is actually, as it's happening. Hardly anyone has that training.
Wing's been training his whole goddamn life for that moment.
No. If that's true, the training's here. The training's here.
Yeah, it definitely is.
That's the training you need. It ain't. Pointing a gun at and hitting a person is not hard, especially at that close scenario. If I was to use a gun in an open live fire situation, I've always pictured like I would actually have to assess the situation. I'm not going to go in there and be a superhero when it's not needed, like in a movie theater situation. Me carrying a gun into a movie theater is anti-helpful because all it does is cause confusion. It might get more people killed than normally was going to get killed. But let's say I'm driving up to a convenience store and it's getting robbed. I'm more than willing to take my gun out and shoot right through the window and kill that guy. More than willing.
I just think that those things in practice are a lot harder to deal with.
It's more complicated in real life than it is on paper.
Yeah. All I'm saying is that people have this idea. The people that say that, more guns are the answer. We should arm the teachers in schools and all that kind of crap. I'm just like, no. What I don't like is this kind of, like you were saying, like White Boy said as a joke, like he's been training his whole life for this moment. That person I don't trust at all. That person who does think like that and is like, I'm the man, cometh the hour, cometh the man. I'm like, no, that's bullshit. You're a civilian. There's a reason you ain't fucking in boots somewhere getting shot at for fucking 20 grand a year. There's a reason you're not doing that. There's a reason you live at home and you drive your fucking pickup and you're not in the fucking army. So don't pretend like I'm not saying this to you, Geordie. I'm saying this to people.
He might not agree with the army. I mean, like my brother, he was in the army, and I think I would be more likely to shoot somebody in a self-defense situation than he would.
Pause.
I'm not pausing. I mean, I just know him. Like, he would hesitate, and I wouldn't.
Now, do you ever think that, I think about the zombie apocalypse a lot, and I almost feel like I would choke in the zombie apocalypse because I've been thinking about it. I'm going to do this and this and this, and I'm overthinking it. And it's hard to say what you would do in a situation like that. I don't know. I'm not fucking with
Can I share a
theaters.
story?
I'm not going to movie theaters.
This is going to get some people hating on me. I'm going to share a story, though. And it kind of relates to what White Boy just said, how he would choke. About 2010-ish, we had a tabby cat that we kept going in the yard. I just bought a brand new F-150. It was black, had fresh paint and all on it. And every time I'd get up to go outside, this cat would be laying on my hood of my truck. And he had scratched the bed of the truck and everything else. And I'm like, fuck it, I'm taking care of this cat. So I found him one day walking across the yard. So I had a .22 rifle, and I had a banana clip I put into it. So I put it out there. I put it on the banister. I lined him up, and you know what? I found I couldn't do it. Because when
shoot the cat.
I couldn't shoot the cat. Like everything in my head was like, I can shoot this cat. I'm tired of this cat. He's ruining my life. He's messing my truck up. It's somebody's irresponsible ownership that allows this cat to come in here and mess with my property. I'm going to shoot the cat. I convinced myself every which way we wanted to shoot the cat. But once you actually get there and as soon as I pull this trigger, I'm taking the life of something.
What if you lined yourself
so you kind of agree with me.
I kind of agree with you, but the instincts of I feel like if that cat was, killing like a baby or something, it would be less hard.
Yeah, all right, okay. So order of priorities, I can accept that there is a part of that, and maybe there are some people that in fact, someone did do that. Someone did do that recently. Someone who did have concealed carry did put an end to a robbery that was going on. Someone pointed me to an article. It does happen. I'm not saying that there aren't people out there that are responsible gun owners that could make a difference to a life and death scenario. That's not what I get annoyed by. I get annoyed by the bravado of people that say that would happen across the board, so it's a good idea to have more of those people around. I'm like, no, it's famously true.
You don't control the fire by setting other things on fire.
Yeah, it's famously true that during World War II, during any war where they've had conscript soldiers, so soldiers who it wasn't their choice to go to war, but they were conscripted, right? So during those wars, a common psychological thing that was found was that the people that thought that they would be the bravest were quite often not, actually, once the bullets started flying. Like that's quite common, actually, for people to think that they're prepared for a scenario, and then when it actually happens to them, for them not to be able to deal with it. And I think that there's a huge amount of that would happen in a dark room with loud noises that you're not sure where they're coming from, who's doing what. I just can't see more people with guns in a movie theater being the answer to that. Like, I mean, maybe that's just because I'm a filthy socialist European. I don't fucking know anything, but I can't see that being a good idea.
Well, yeah, for the movie theater, that's a really good example because it is dark and confusing. But what about a more public area like a mall, a shopping mall, or something like that, where it's kind of more clear?
Like a brighter, yeah.
But you're confusing to the actual law enforcement, right? So say if law enforcement gets a call that there's like something happening in a mall where armed people are opening fire on civilians, etc., etc. If you then, with your concealed carry, enter the fray, as it were, when they arrive at the scene, you become really confusing to them because they can't tell the difference between you and the original perpetrators of the crime.
Wow.
And that shit would get fucking confusing for the police. I'm sure it would.
Yeah.
If you're not black, you can kill the guy that's shooting everybody, and then surrender, and then the cameras will take care of everything else.
Well, let's leave that out there. Police have an advantage there because they're in uniform. They can tell each other apart. That's what Eddie's getting at.
No, Eddie's basically saying, like when the cops get there, they don't know who did what or whatever. They'll just shoot.
They don't know.
Would be the worst scenario.
If you're black and you got a gun, the police are gonna shoot you without asking.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's
why I said if you're white, they'll have you put it down.
Yeah, if you're not black, you can like kill the guy and then like surrender, and then you'll be good.
Well, you can't. Well, we use the word black, but as long as you're a different shade than white, you're fucked. Black, Asian, Indian.
But everybody know where.
No, if you were Asian, I think they would ask you to put the gun down.
Yeah, I think
Asian,
so,
as in like Korean or Chinese or something like that.
Especially I live in the South, and like around the South, like
it depends on what kind of Asian, how you look. Like if you look like Freddie Wong or whatever, is that his name, Freddie W?
Yeah.
If you look like him, they'll probably tell you put the gun down. But if you look like Tung Po from what was that, Bloodsport? If you look like one of them guys, they'll probably shoot your ass.
We thought he was gonna do a jumping tiger, hidden dragon on us and take our guns from
kill
us.
his ass.
There's that Family Guy joke where they look up the color book. There's like different shades of color. Okay, not okay. They compare you to it. Is he okay? Put down the gun, sir.
Since we're on this topic, like the cops and black, what do y'all think about the Sandra, aka Sandy Bland, situation?
As more and more news comes out, I feel like she was arrested prematurely, and I feel like the reason she was arrested was a humbling. Like the cops have this thing they call a humbling arrest, where they arrest you just because they can, even if they can't charge you with anything. Like a cop can arrest you and make you spend overnight in jail without a charge, and they call that a humbling. And I feel like since she basically disrespected him because she wouldn't bow to any of his orders, he tried to humble her. And he did it on a day that court judges don't work the weekends. There's no judge on the weekend. So if you get arrested on Friday, you got to stay there till Monday. Well, I think that's what happened. She got humbled on a Friday, which is what happened, and she had to spend the whole weekend in jail before she could get her court date because she was moving in from out of state. She didn't have any family members that could come post bail for her, so on and so on and so on. And I literally think she killed herself. I mean, there's probably other things in this story. I don't feel like she was killed by the police. I might be wrong. But I feel like I felt she's a victim of the system.
Yeah, I don't think she killed herself. Did they ever
because she
release
has.
the video?
There's no
The
video in the cells.
in the cell. Did they release that video?
There's not gonna be no video.
They said it's a video camera that showed no one going to her cell. They said
you're talking about a hallway?
Yeah, a hallway. If they have a hallway video camera, they should have her going in her cell alive, people leaving, and whatever hours later, I'm sure a lawyer would skim through the whole video, or her family member, somebody will skim through the whole video. Doesn't matter if it's 72 hours. Somebody will watch 72 hours of that video and make sure nobody's coming out that cell or anything. And you see they edited that tow truck video, right?
Well, they came out with another video since then.
I didn't see anything since a couple days ago.
The video they sent beforehand was like a software glitch, so they sent another video right after it to show the actual thing. Like all that was actually a glitch in the software. It actually wasn't edited. It looks edited because it looks like they repeated the scene and just kept the audio track. Yeah. But
anyway, the hallway.
Yeah, the only thing I want to give credence to what you're saying, Jive, is because like if they knew that the tape would get them off, it would be out. But there has to be people going in and out of that cell because there's doubt. Because if the cops have a tape that go like, here, our credibility's good, watch this, they would do that.
Yeah, but
they're not doing that. But like, I don't know. From the evidence I'm getting right now, I feel like she did kill herself, but I feel like she was arrested prematurely.
I think that's the only thing that really can tell what happened. That hallway camera, to me, show her going in. Whatever time somebody found her, show it all the way up to a lawyer.
So that person's going to point out what if the person that found her killed her. Then you have to correlate
the person that found her would definitely react soon as they come to the cell, like, oh shit.
Or they would stay in there.
And then why would they stay in there? They would.
The only thing I heard.
Let me go get help.
The only thing that I heard that there was an argument as to whether, the photo they sent of her, they released in her jumpsuit. They were like, is she actually standing next to a wall or is she lying on the floor?
Yeah. Y'all didn't see that, Wings? You ain't see that? Somebody was saying, she had dreads, right? And they're down, like if you're standing up, they're down. And in her mugshot, they're saying she's laying down on the ground and her dreads are like this, going back.
But sometimes, I don't know, with like braids, you can make it go back. Like I had braids for a little bit and they didn't always hang down. They went back sometimes.
Yeah, but I think they have like a picture of her or something because she was coming from a job interview. Okay. And her hair was down.
No, she's not on the floor there.
No, they do make some points about how she could be on the floor because
let me point this out.
Her shoulders are like at a 180 degree
That's not
angle.
What was that? Who's this girl?
Oh, that's another girl. Here's Sandy Bland.
Like, what?
Look at this picture, Sandy Bland. If you look at that compared to her mugshot, or even this one compared to her mugshot, you can see her dreads fall the same way, dude. I mean, that's
really examine that.
That's a conspiracy right there. I mean, this literally took me 10 seconds to like Google her.
Yeah, but what about the shoulders at 180 degree angle? They show a lot of other mug shots from the same facility.
She definitely got to be like this. But why don't they all they got to do is show where they take the mug shots. Huh? This is where we take the mug shots. And there's the wall. Because they're saying it was another picture of like the holding area. And it was like gray or whatever on the ground. But I can't really look into that. I don't know.
Have they done an autopsy on her to find a cause of death?
Yeah, they said she killed herself in the autopsy, but you can
There's a suit that's out right now that's going to basically make sure the autopsy was legitimate.
Yeah, you can pay somebody to do that, and they had some girl. Yeah, she was crazy. No, she didn't say she was crazy, but she was doing something. She was crying all day. Like they could pay somebody to do that.
In the reports, they said she consumed a large amount of marijuana in the cell, and that's
what.
Yeah,
I didn't hear nothing about that.
Did you watch? No, did you watch the Anonymous video where Anonymous threatened the sheriffs like, we know your name, we know where you live, no justice for murderers. There's a day of rage, for Sandra, and they kind of break down everything. Like they kind of go full conspiracy with the shoulders at 180 degrees, her mugshot with the hair. About things with the left side of her face because after you die, like it's on WorldStar. If you guys want to watch
white boy, you're not the first person I heard say that. I kind of brushed it off when I heard that. How is she smoking weed in jail?
Eating.
Oh, she ate it.
No, they said smoke. Anonymous said
you're not going to smoke a large
amount. Whatever.
You're not going to smoke a bunch of weed and not have people smell it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You'd have to eat it to consume it in a jail cell.
Exactly. That's why it's really weird, and I don't know if it's very scary because I think this Anonymous video. The thing with Anonymous is I could make an Anonymous video and talk in a robot voice
But was it anonymous?
Put on a mask and
was it
everybody's
actually their channel?
No, everybody's anonymous. That's
the
thing, kind of.
I don't think you should give credence. Like I hate cops. I literally do, and I think what this girl did is she did the most grievous injury in America, which is disrespect to law enforcement officer. That's what she's guilty of. I mean, she was in her rights to do whatever she did, but he used his power, which is given to him, to basically bully her, and in turn she was unstable because in the autopsy, if you guys read it, she had 25 marks down her arm where she had cut herself, and these were old marks. Those didn't happen during the police investigation, so she could have been suicidal.
Yeah,
I mean, like
I heard that they were like, did you try to commit suicide before? And she said yes.
And like she just might have, and like examples, like she's in the cell. She's in a cell unjustly. She feels she's unjustly. She probably maybe even lost her job interview or the job that she was coming to because she was supposed to be there
they say
that
she got
day.
The job.
Well, yeah, but you don't no call, no show will make you lose a job too.
It was that day though. They said it was that day she got the job.
Oh,
why was she flagged down in the first place by the traffic cop?
Because, well, he was doing the standard thing. American cops like to ride your bumper and they'll run your tag. Or they'll try to get you to do something so they can pull you over, and that's what he was doing. And she moved over to another lane without signaling.
I juked the police one time. I had expired plates, and I just like turned last second, and I don't know, he wasn't paying attention. He was right on my ass, and then he pulled over like in the next stop, and then I was in like this little housing, like I don't know, there's like a lot of houses, and I was just going around the houses, and it was cool. Kelly was there.
It wasn't cool. You were probably terrified.
It was cool as fuck that I got away. I was terrified, but I was feeling awesome driving past his house.
Yeah, but I really want them to release that video. That's the only way that I could see.
No, Giant, will you watch the 72 hours for Sandra?
Well, you just fast forward through it until you see something happen.
Somebody can definitely, but you can't fast forward through it. Because the timer, you got to really watch that.
It's going to be a hallway with nobody walking until that you see that door open. You can just stop.
But somebody, you can still alter the video. You can still alter the video if somebody fast forwards through it. Like if I do a Call of Duty video and I alter it and you fast forward through it, you won't see where I altered it. You won't.
Right.
Yeah. So.
This is the thing, like
a lawyer that's well paid, that will be paid by people who
they could pay me. I'll watch 72 hours of a hallway.
This is the thing. I don't understand. This is what I actually don't understand about this. Is I saw whenever something like this happens, it's all over Twitter, and I see largely white people, white Americans that I follow, siding with the police, being like, I don't know why she did this. I don't know why. You don't know what she did. All this kind of stuff before any information is out, right? So they're automatically on the side of the authority. And I see a lot of
black people. I hate that shit.
The black people that I follow are all like, yo, what the fuck? Like, what's happening? You know, justice for this and justice for that. And I think that the debate about it is obviously so laced with tension about race and minorities' relationship with law enforcement that it's very difficult. Like, sometimes I like to put myself in the position of a white cop that something like this happens to, but I'm innocent. So what would be my reaction? Well, I'm probably limited by my police department, what I can say to the press, what I can do, all those kind of different stuff. So say I get accused of doing something like this, someone dies in custody, and we're accused of covering it up and all that kind of crap. If you're innocent, what the fuck do? You probably, as the individual officer, you can't fucking say anything. And you're from one side of the fence, you're gonna be guilty until proven innocent. You know, and I just don't know how this can be solved. How that tension, that key tension.
Is he on trial?
Yeah, but it's not even. But it's at the investigative stage. You have to investigate and collect evidence before you can press charges. Surely.
Yeah, but
you can't just like.
If he's not on trial, it doesn't matter.
I don't think the cop that pulled her over would be the killer anyway.
It doesn't matter. So. You know, like, if they're telling you not to say anything... You'd have to
build a case first. You would, like...
but if you're innocent, they can't build a case.
Yeah, I know, but you're saying, is he on trial? A trial wouldn't happen this quickly unless there was clear evidence.
This is what I'm saying. He's not on trial. I'm saying you're not on trial and you're innocent. So it doesn't even matter. I'll just sit back and whatever. I know it will be eating you up inside. That's a pause. I know it will be, killing you inside to say something, but, like if you're innocent, hey,
You don't think any innocent man ever went to prison, job?
Hell yeah.
Dude.
Hell yeah.
Back in the day, tribes...
I don't know about innocent cops going to prison, but I know a lot of innocent men went to prison.
Let me put it this way. Back in the day, I'm going to tell you a story. Tribes would used to take a goat, and they would take all the sins of a person and they put it onto that goat. And then they would send that goat out to be eaten by wolves. Mm-hmm. That's where the word scapegoating came from. They would take all the sins and put it onto an animal, goat, sheep, whatever they might have in their area, and they would send it out and wash the sins away from that person.
Yeah.
Eddie could be a scapegoat to the situation, and that's what he's saying. Like, you got to look into that idea as well. Like, I think this is sketchy, and I think the stop itself is a testament to how shitty policing is in America. I don't know if you guys seen the Brooklyn Target guy who got arrested for trespassing. People are getting tired of it. People are getting tired of cops beating people and doing this, Johnny Lightning, I'm gonna thump you kind of bullshit that they've been doing for so long. People are getting tired of it. I don't know if you guys if you guys want to watch, or people out there listening, go look at the Brooklyn guy and you see 40 people crowd around the cops when they start beating a guy. And within a matter of 2 minutes, 30 cops show up.
Wow.
30.
Wow. To put
trespassing.
To put this out there, I did a video on this already, this subject, and I said, I don't know. I'm not sure what happened, because I knew two people who were upbeat. You would never think would commit suicide. People that commit suicide, like, some of them are like a little weird, but some people are upbeat. Hey, Eddie, what's up? Yo, what's up? What you doing later? Upbeat, happy. Every time you see them, they're happy, and then they commit suicide.
Well, Robin Williams committed suicide.
Who?
Robin Williams, and he's a comedian, yeah.
And I didn't see that shit coming. I remember I was walking. This is during Walking 365. I got that shit on my phone because I carry like ABC on my app on my phone, and I seen it goes Robin Williams dead at age blah 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 blah. I'm like, I wonder who killed him, or wonder what happened to him. When I got home and I heard he killed himself, I was like, That was like that was the punchline that went somewhere else in the rap song. And I was like, holy shit.
Yep, and they can't let that go either. They think the Illuminati killed Robert Williams. So.
Ain't no Illuminati killed Robin Williams.
That's so crazy.
The problem with Illuminati killing Robin Williams is he has belt marks on his damn neck. And that's the one thing you don't see in this photo. If she hung herself with a white trash bag, it would have left a ring around her neck.
Yeah.
And that photo's good. I mean, like, if you look hard enough, there's actually side photos of her in this mugshot too. It's just people being...
Because they're saying she didn't hang herself with it. So, of course it's not going to be in the mugshot.
Yeah, have
you guys seen how police treat people? If she was killed by the police, she'd have busted up eyes, busted up noses, a whole nine.
Noses?
Like her nose be busted up, like somebody punched her in it.
It's a southern thing. The pluralization of things.
I was being a smart ass. Nose, like a nose would have been hair or whatever.
Yeah, but I honestly feel like she killed herself. I mean, it's not even a race thing. It's nothing like that.
I know.
People know.
Trust me, I know.
People know I'm not for cops, but I believe she killed herself because she wasn't right in the head. She might have had mental problems.
It could easily be the truth, and that's my point. Is the way America reacts to things like this is like both sides are looking for what they want to see instead of everybody chilling the fuck out and doing their best to see what happened. Right, so everyone makes a prejudgment. I know very little facts about this case, so I'm not going to lean one way or the other. I will just wait for evidence, and I'll base my decision on that. And I don't think the American public does that. I think if you're, maybe this is unfair, but I think if you're white, you side with the authorities, and if you're a minority, you side with the conspiracy.
But I'm white, Eddie, and I didn't side with the authorities.
Yeah, I know, but you're not.
You're talking about the majority, though.
Yeah, I'm talking about.
It happens every time. All I'm saying is, let us see the camera from the hallway. They said they showed her go in the cell, and they didn't see anybody go in that cell. Well, show the lawyers their camera. That's it. The show.
You don't even for the cops. Like, why would someone kill her? Like, what's the motive there? Just like
anger.
What's the motive? Cops kill people anyway.
Anger.
But isn't this like 3 days later though?
Maybe she could have been. She could have been in a cell 3 days dead. Who knows?
It doesn't matter.
They released that information. She could have died.
I've been arrested a lot. Not a lot of times. I've been arrested a couple times, and it's annoying people in jail. Like turnkey. I gotta go to the bathroom. Turnkey. Like they're annoying to the cops. She might have been annoying. You know how she was being mean to him, basically.
I wouldn't say she was being mean. She was standing up for herself.
Yeah, she was.
Like if she wasn't yelling.
Not being a yes ma'am, not being one of them people.
You don't have to be.
She probably was like that when they took her to the cell. Or if she was alive.
I tell you what, if I got arrested for some bullshit she did, they'd have to carry me everywhere. I'm gonna let you know this. If they arrested me for what they arrested her for, they're going to have to carry me everywhere they want to take me. I'm going to make them pick 400 pounds up every fucking time.
That's a good strategy. I like that.
I like that strategy too.
What if C.T. Fletcher was like the cop, like the volunteer cop?
I don't give a fuck. C.T. Fletcher going to have to carry my ass. It's 400-pound human dead weight is different than 400 pounds fucking on the weight.
Get your punk ass up off the ground, boy.
What are you gonna do? Taser me? Fool! Taser me. Good.
Now I carry your ass.
I'm pretty sure C.T. Fletcher could pick me up, but it wouldn't be easy for him by himself.
Nah,
because I'm not balanced like a weight bar is.
Yeah.
Speaking of racism, did anyone hear about Hulk Hogan?
Yeah, brother.
This is some weird fucking shit, man. Like, I can't fucking believe it. Like, everyone that was cool in the 80s turns out to be a massive fucking bellend. Like, you got fucking Riggs fucking Mel Gibson turns out to be a complete psychopath. Now fucking Hulk Hogan. How many other 80s fucking icons are just nut jobs?
I think Hulk Hogan should be more mad at 19-year-olds than he should be at black people.
Why you say that?
Because didn't a 19-year-old boy take his wife from him, took half his money?
Oh yeah.
Like he was fucking like one of his wife was fucking one of his son's friends, and like she left Hulk Hogan for him, and she took half his money.
Right.
Big plays by the 19-year-old. I love it.
I'll fuck the shit out of his daughter though.
Oh, dude, like that is huge play. Just imagine the balls you got to be 19 fucking Hulk Hogan's wife. Yeah. Just fucking her, probably fucking her in the house. Like,
yep. You won't suspect a thing.
Dude, I'd be terrified.
You know, Dugan.
I think the 19-year-old guy's a big guy though. I don't think he was like a little guy.
So
I don't remember. He looked more like David Flair. Like he wore like, you know, he wore Hogan.
Do you think he leg dropped the wife in Hulk Hogan's bed?
He probably did. But I'm just saying, like, I know wrestling is like this soap opera that they play around, but they're physical.
They real. They know how to fight.
I'm not saying they know how to fight, but they can take an ass.
No, they know how to fight.
And they're used to being hit. Let me say this: they're not going to flinch if you hit them.
I just watched a video on Twitter. It was like 30 seconds of Brock Lesnar just suplexing this guy in the same match, and he did it at least 30 times, and he was just taking it over and over. And that that has to add up and hurt.
It hurts. It hurts a lot. I don't know if you ever touched one of those rings. It's like boards. It's like a canvas spread across boards. It's not fun to land on. It's not like a trampoline.
The middle of the ring is kind of a good ring. It depends on, you know, what ring you. Because I've been in a couple amateur rings, not wrestling, but I like wanted to see how it felt and shit. And the middle of the ring is like real high. It's
got give in it.
Yeah. You can see that when they slam people in the middle of the ring.
Mm-hmm.
That it
because they bounce.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, Hulk Hogan has pretty much. I was thinking about this the other day. I don't know why I was thinking about this, but I think he's fucked up his life just about as much as you possibly can. He's climbed to Mount Everest, right? And then he lost his wife to some 19-year-old. His daughter's pop career was a bit of a fucking joke, right? His son was so bourgeois and grown up with a silver spoon in his mouth that he didn't have any concept of like the value of life. He killed that guy, didn't he? Like in an accident.
Yeah, I was about to say something happened, right? Driving fast.
Yeah.
His son basically killed someone.
Damn.
And there was that midget wrestling shit he had for a while.
I mean, like, talk about falls from grace. It's like, I would say it's unfortunate, but then I don't know how good a person he was. Like,
he was fucking his boy's wife. Like on the sex tape, like one of his friend's wives was the person on the sex tape.
So they're just cheating back and forth.
That's kind of Hollywood, though.
Like he was literally fucking a bitch that he shouldn't have been fucking while being racist.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Honestly, Hulk Hogan wasn't one of my favorites anyway. Macho Man was.
Yeah, Macho Man's the man. Yeah, that's my favorite wrestler.
That was my nigga, like Macho Man.
I love when he fought Yokozuna, man. I used to love those matches.
Yo,
nobody fought Yokozuna like Macho Man.
And his interviews just was great. He used to love art. Like he used to be on Arsenio Hall. Y'all remember him?
Yeah.
Arsenio Hall show. The guy, he was on Coming to America.
Yeah.
He used to be on Arsenio Hall a lot. Like,
I mean,
talking shit.
Let's look at Hulk Hogan's perspective. Maybe he's just really mad that black people like have the word brother, and Hulk Hogan loves brother so much, and he just has this deep hatred. Brother. I don't know.
Brother. Nigger.
I think Hogan came up in a culture where hating black people was acceptable. And like, you know, as the culture changed, because you gotta understand, he's a guy that's been wrestling over decades. He started in the 80s, the 90s, the 2000s. It's almost 2020 now. He's like on his like fourth or fifth decade of being in the wrestling industry. And like his daughter is getting into that lifestyle with the music, and he sees himself as spending $2 or $3 million in like his daughter's like dating this black guy that isn't worth nothing. And he much would prefer her to date a black guy worth a lot of money.
Yeah. And I don't even know who she's dating, but
she's supposedly she's dating some billionaire's son.
Oh. Oh, the black guy?
Like there's a black billionaire and he has a son, and Brooke is supposedly dating her son.
Oh, then he's worth something.
Yeah, but
shit.
Yeah.
That's just racist. Yeah, that's racist. You can't be like he not worth nothing. That's why he was mad and nigger slipped out of anger.
He didn't slip out. I mean, he said it multiple times.
He used it very deliberately over and over again. And I
didn't hear it. But
what I love about it is that he's been
the speed with which.
Yeah, find it for Jive. I'll keep talking. The speed with which he was removed from WWE's website and everything was like
quick. Even the
instant.
game. The game, they patched him. Like
what?
Yeah, he's gone. He's gone. He's been deleted. He's been deleted from WWE history, from every media outlet they control. He's gone.
So
he never existed.
Andre the Giant tripped during WrestleMania 3 now.
Yeah, there's no one there. He just fell over.
Yeah.
Watch Andre fight his inner demons and lose.
Oh, man.
Bill Burr said it really well, like about the guy who owned the LA Clippers. He was like, Bill Burr was just like, I don't think you understand. It's amazing he was only that racist. Right? That guy was like 70 years old.
Old as shit, yeah.
Yeah, and he was like, you can fuck black dudes, but just don't be talking to them on Instagram to that girl, right? That was the big controversy. He was like, don't be, like, you can fuck them all you like, but don't fucking talk to them on Instagram. Just like some really weird compartmentalized racism, as Bill Burr says. He's like, it's amazing that guy is only that racist. I kind of agree with Geordie. Like, Hulk Hogan's from a different time. Like, where's he from? Where's he actually from? Does anyone know?
Back in the day, it used to be Venice Beach, California, but that was what the WWE said.
Yeah, the Undertaker was from Death Valley. Of course.
Yeah.
It's funny because we was watching. Me and my ex, we was watching like some news, and there was this guy. He was like 103, and he worked at Walmart, and they were like doing this big story on him, and I was like, "Damn! Imagine how fucking racist he was when he was a young boy." Like,
yeah, I got the stuff right here for you, Jeff.
Right.
This is Hogan. This is quote now. She was making some real bad decisions. After complaining, he gave her $2 to $3 million for her music venue. Hulk said, "Black billionaire guy offered to fund the rest. I don't know if Brooke was fucking some black guy's son. I mean, I don't have double standards. I mean, I am a racist to a point, fucking niggers. But when it comes to nice people and shit, whatever." And then he goes, "Why can't she just go marry an 8 foot tall nigger worth $100 million like a basketball player if she's going to fuck some nigger?"
Damn.
Yeah, right. That ain't no, like, I thought this could have been like a tape from years ago, from like back in the 80s when he was like, when they were all apparently.
Hogan had him a black girl too.
But from like back in the 80s, what I'm saying is from like back in the 80s when they were all sleeping with each other's wives and they were all doing like fucking coke, like massive amounts of cocaine and shit. Like if he was just like out of his mind, like Gary Busey style with crazy fucking hair, like, I'm on a 3-day fucking bender, and something like that, I could kind of not be entirely forgiving, but be like, oh, it's from his dark era.
I'm starting to think, what would I do if
look at that picture and look at his eyes?
If Hulk Hogan called me a nigger, like, to my face? I can't ask y'all that question, but
you would punch that motherfucker because the lawsuit is worth millions and millions of dollars.
That's a good one too. And I could be like, he was racist. He fucked me up. Like,
I would take an ass with a job. I would. I mean, ain't nobody gonna look down at you. Hogan
say he's not the millionaire or whatever, and You gotta fight Hulk Hogan at his age now. How old is he?
Oh, he's got to be in his 60s.
Yeah, he's got to be.
I think I could take him, man.
One drop kick to the knees, he's got to be fucked.
I think I could take Hulk right now.
You don't know how injured he is. You don't know what bad repeating.
I know this. He could probably still take an ass whooping. I would hate to have to chop that tree down.
Yeah, it wouldn't be easy.
Yeah, I can see that, but like Hogan been fighting for like. Here's the thing, Jive. You probably fought a couple times in your life. Hogan been fighting for like 40 years.
Yeah, and taking.
You got experience. Yeah.
Like chairs, that shit hurt.
Remember when Homer was a boxer and he would just like take punches to the face until he got tired?
Until he got tired and fell out.
I love this episode.
I don't know, but I'll try.
I mean,
I wouldn't fuck with Brody, though.
You know, I'm gonna say it. My buddy Baynard used to say something to me. Some motherfuckers, you just got to shoot.
Y'all ever see Brody? Y'all heard of Tyrone, right? I'm Tyrone, and I'm
here to fuck your wife.
It's another guy named Brody. Y'all ever heard of him?
No.
No.
My God.
I love Tyrone, so there's another guy like this?
Oh, my God. He's bigger than Tyrone. Like, way bigger. Like, he made Tyrone... They were fighting down South Street, too. Him and Tyrone. I don't know if it was an act or whatever. But he make Tyrone look so fucking small. Pause. This is what he does. This is his little act. You're coming from the supermarket. You're coming from Walmart with your groceries. And you're putting your eggs and stuff in the trunk of your car. And then he just grabs your cart and says, "This shit is mine." And he's a big... I gotta look him up. He's a big motherfucker, man.
And you know what I tell that motherfucker? Like, you know I got a gun, right? That's all I would say.
Brody.
You want this too?
You sure you want that food?
I'm trying to get a video.
Wings will jump straight into action if someone's trying to take his groceries.
Motherfucker,
How
you
big
see
is,
me? Do you see me, motherfucker? Look at this.
This him right here.
Look at this
He
shit.
said, "I got a bald head," like when he walk away.
What's the name? Terry Crews. Would you fight Terry Crews for an unnamed amount of money?
Look at this guy.
Shit, I'd fight Terry Crews for a submarine sandwich.
Beautiful.
A fucking ring sandwich.
Holy shit, this guy is huge.
Fuck, I got a ball.
Big Brody got a bald head.
Yo, that's a big motherfucker, man.
$20, bro. Man, you fuck out my face. Yo, come on, bro. Motherfucker, I got a ball head. Fuck, you supposed to be my man liking his shit on Instagram. I told you, I just pressed the button, bro.
Would you fuck with him? The fight? Fight, not the gun wings. The fight.
Motherfucker, I got a ball.
There's no way you can convince me to fight this guy. There's no way.
I would be like, motherfucker, this Save-A-Lot. You could take the stuff. This supermarket is Save-A-Lot. It's cheap. Here, you can have the Crocodile Crunch, the fake Captain Crunch cereal. You could take all that stuff. I'll go buy some more stuff.
There's a series of these, right?
If I can't shoot
all these
him.
are set up though.
Yeah. No. This is what they do. The first joints aren't set up. When they first start getting their fame or whatever, they aren't set up. There aren't. Was that right?
Well, like the one
they aren't set up.
The one at like him getting his hair cut when he ain't got no hair.
Yeah. I think that was fake.
I wanted like the first one that comes on, he's like taking somebody's shoes. Somebody like just bought a pair of shoes. They got him in the box, and he comes and takes it. He's like, "What you gonna do about it?" And he like pushes him on the ground.
Yeah.
I would have got right back up and I would have took his fucking knee out. I would have literally put every bit of my weight into one of his knees.
But right after
that shit would have looked like this.
Right after that, they tell him it's a prank and shit like that. But I ain't fucking with that.
Jive, you should do these.
Fuck no.
You'd be huge on YouTube.
Yo, he threw that ball far as shit. That try to get his shoes back. Yeah, I ain't fucking with none of them pranks, man.
What did you guys do this week?
Oh, I forgot about this segment.
I forgot about the segment too. Well, this
I ain't do
this will be,
shit.
I'm ready. If you guys need
Well,
time.
Yeah,
go.
go.
As long as you didn't play DayZ, we're good.
Played a bunch of DayZ. No, I didn't. No, it has been really good. And I was thinking we're gonna have Fear Moho on, and then we're just gonna talk more DayZ. It's gonna get crazy.
Moho was a no-show today.
We say something real quick. We had a question about 2 weeks ago. Like, would you be somebody or 50 Cent? I don't change my motherfucking answer since that motherfucker went broke recently.
No, I think
50 Cent?
No,
Yeah.
he filed for bankruptcy to like delay a
Yeah,
lawsuit.
filing for bankruptcy is not going broke.
yeah.
It
He
is
moved
not
all his
going
assets to a holding company and then said he was personally bankrupt, so he couldn't be sued for false. For the what's his name?
Rick
fucking sex tape.
James, yeah, Rick James, baby
Yeah.
mama, sex tape.
Huh?
Yeah. So he released that sex tape of, I can't remember what, a rapper's wife or girlfriend or what, a baby mama or whatever.
Rick James and 50 Cent were
Rick
beefing.
Ross, you mean?
Rick Ross.
Rick
That's it.
Ross. Did I say
Why
Rick
did you
James?
say Rick
Yeah, you said Rick
James,
James,
man?
Because I was thinking that you should say, like, I was thinking of you.
I was
pranking
thinking like
people and
Rick
then fuck
James,
your
baby
couch.
mama. Like
That's
she
why
like
I said
60
what?
probably.
I'm like,
Yeah,
what,
so
you
it's
released her
Rick.
back in the day, John.
Yeah, like she has got some lawyers together and is suing him for punitive damages. So he's moved all his assets out to a holding company just to fuck them over, basically. Yeah, that's what he's done.
Yeah,
So
Rick, the fakest rapper ever, Rick Ross.
Shout out to Pears. Is that the same guy?
yeah,
Is that the
What
guy
does Rick
that
Ross
shout
do
out
to make money?
Pears?
Like he can't be he all the money he portrays he has, it can't be off his albums.
Nah,
he
he
drops an album like every 2 months or something. He I think he dropped like 3 this year or something.
He ain't making fucking Rolls Royce money off what he raps about. He's got to have something else going. He's got to have something else going on.
He signs
it ain't
people.
drugs. I know that.
I know it ain't drugs, but he's got some way he's making money outside of rapping.
He has a few people on his label.
Yeah, he got Meek Mill, but he was claiming money before that.
He was like a corrections officer, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Like how you go from being a corrections officer to like hustling.
Because they don't care. The
You know-
hip hop is different now. They don't give a fuck no more. They let the fakest. This is literally the fakest rapper that I ever heard of. Like he literally said he never heard of Rick Ross, the real Rick Ross, before. He said he's gonna give us a shout out also. The real Rick Ross.
Oh yeah.
He literally said he never heard of him. Literally, and took his whole name.
How did he get off that lawsuit? Like, because he switched his name to Ricky Rose.
Yeah, I don't know how he beat that. I don't know if it's still going on, but from what I heard, what Rick told me, the real Rick Ross, when I say Rick, what he told me is that he kind of lost the lawsuit or whatever. But he's doing fine though. He's doing good.
I'm gonna say this: Ricky Rose's like baby mama. She ain't that good looking.
No,
No.
She's not that good looking.
But this is before or when he first started rapping, and he's a corny dude in real life. Like, you know, like when he didn't have a lot of money, he was just a regular guy.
I thought this looked like a chicken head that had been dolled up.
You know, like he was a regular guy that didn't have any money, that didn't have no swag or whatever. He was a corny dude, you know? And then his lying took him to another level. I don't like I don't like Rick Ross at all.
I ain't gonna disrespect him like that, Jive. I mean, like Hustling was a good song. It was
Oh
a good
yeah,
song. I mean, he earned some of his
that
money.
song was good. That
But like nothing else he ever made was trash.
No, I'm not saying he's a well, his raps don't be making sense sometimes. Like he starts saying anything, but
I'm just wondering.
he got a good ear for production. Like his beats are hot as shit. And you know, when you got hot beats, like that shit could carry you, man.
Because I've seen a motherfucker where he would like go to like a Rolls Royce dealership and they let him tab one, just on his name. Like he's bought so many from him. He's like, let me take this one home. Like, and
Yeah, that'd be acting though. That'd be acting.
Like, damn, son.
That don't be real.
So, White Boy, what did you do with the rest of your week? Sorry.
No, I just fixed my setup. So basically what I had white things like web pages up, and I just closed those, and now I have a black background, so I look a lot better for the video listeners. No, today I had to go get an oil change, go to the emissions test. That's just a little hassle, but it was nice to go outside. I had to wait for the oil to be changed, and then I just went walking. I made a vlog for the first time in a long time, just kind of doing my trip. I lost $900 really fast on Friday. I was drinking, and it just got me in a bad mood. I was like raging. It was all bad. But then I won on Monday. I won like 200 of that back. So just update you guys. I got some new T-shirts that just came to my T-shirt store today. That was cool. Eddie gave me a pro bet on CS Lounge, and I won like, I don't know, I won like $30 on a kind of not a lopsided bet. How would you explain it? Like an underdog bet.
It was an upset.
It
was an upset.
Yeah. So that was nice. That's about it that I can think of.
Yeah, I'll go very quickly because I didn't do an awful lot this week, but I got a new mouse mat for CSGO, and this thing, I'll just move the camera. This thing is fucking ridiculous. Look at the size of that mouse mat. It's fucking huge. This Logitech mouse is massive. Look how big this fucking mouse mat is. It's crazy.
Since I've seen Jai's mouse pad, I actually went and upgraded. I don't have the big...
Ooh.
Damn, White Boy, what happened?
Trombones.
That's some sex slaves. You know what I found out? That I still only used a little bit that I was used to.
Really? What?
Yeah. Yup. You don't even use that much of the mouse pad.
I still use just a little bit. That I've gotten so attuned to having like one that's like literally half the size.
I mean,
Some of the
CS:GO
guys, they really use a lot of the mouse pad though,
because they play on
their
like
settings
a low
are so slow.
Yeah, they play on a really low sensitivity. So
They be like this, like god damn.
yeah, so you're supposed to have, right, as a rule, general rule about mouse sensitivity, very, tweak it however you want. From one side of the mouse mat, swept to the other is supposed to be 180 degrees, right, for CSGO. Mm-hmm. That's how you're supposed to set up your sensitivity. So that's obviously like really low, but obviously the bigger the mouse mat, like the slower that is. And like my old mouse mat was made by SteelSeries as well, but it was a hard one and it had quite a lot of drag on it. So I had my sensitivity like up quite a bit. And now on this thing, I swear this is like some magic material that just has no resistance whatsoever. I'm all over the place. Yeah. So like I've got to get used to it again. And much like White Boy, I made quite a few gains on CSGO bets over the weekend because there was a big tournament. But playing has not gone well for me, let's just say that. CSGO is one of those games that, like, you can't be good at it all the time. Like, once in a while...
The subreddit for the podcast show wants to know, what is your rank on CSGO?
LEM, so the third highest rank.
So what is LEM? Could you be more specific?
Legendary Eagle Master.
Now, how does that work when you get to the top rank? Is it like League of Legends? There's the different ranks. It's silver, gold, or bronze, silver, gold, diamond, and then there's like challenger, and then there's like a rank, like from 100 to like 1, and those are the those are the best people in the world. If you hit that, I think it's gold. What's the top rank?
Global Elite.
Yeah, what happens after that? You're just in
nothing. Global is the top rank.
So you're just in a pool with a lot of other globals, and
yeah,
is there a lot of them?
No, there's not a huge amount of them. The thing about LEM to global, the thing about being those top 3 ranks, the one above me is called Supreme Master Guardian or something Supreme, and above that is global. The thing about CS:GO and the thing about matchmaking ranks is that they're not the same in every region, and Americans will get annoyed with me when I say this, but European ranks kind of count for a little bit more. It's much harder, actually. There are better players in Europe. So if you're LEM you could be if I was to play in an American server, I could rank quite a lot higher. That's the theory anyway. I'm not saying it's totally true, but and also the thing about those 3 ranks is in between those three ranks is the highest percentage of cheaters that play the game. So you quite often get a lot of people trigger botting and wall hacking with unranked like in a party with a couple of unranked accounts because they're boosting their friends to global elite or whatever. So they're cheating their way up on like a Smurf account that they don't care if they get banned. So it can be a little bit frustrating to play on. Thankfully, there was a big VAC wave recently, so a lot of those guys have disappeared. But yeah, I mean it's tough. This level of CS:GO is tough. This is the hardest game I've ever played. Like competitive game, this is really tough.
Now, are you doing bad because you changed your mouse pad and you don't have buttons?
Yeah. It's also the case of like you're just coming up against better players, and people don't even regard matchmaking, even though it's the competitive game mode. You are playing the same game. Like they don't really consider it that great. A lot of people consider that you go through third-party sites like ESEA, which have their own client that launches CS:GO, and you play in pickup games or whatever. They regard that competition as higher, but it's just CS:GO is just a fucking tough game, man. Because if your shot's not absolutely on, guess what? You're gonna get fucking shat on, you know, because the people at the rank I'm playing at are good, and yeah, it's
now
tough.
I was watching a lot of CS:GO competitive because I've been getting into the betting, and I really like how their esports camera works. Now it's so much better and more enjoyable than Call of Duty. I don't know if that's just because COD, you have the matches where you respawn and it's just like you switch to Nate Shot dies, and then Scumpy's back up, and then Scumpy dies, and you're always switching to people after they die, and you're like, it seems like you get a lot more action on CS:GO. I don't know if that's just because does someone control the camera?
Yeah, that's actually quite a skill. So the person who's actually watching the game on a computer, deciding what the stream is going to watch and changing from person to person, like turning on the X-ray vision and turning it off and all that kind of stuff. The person who's responsible for that is usually either an ex-pro or someone who's very experienced with the game, because they can sense what's going to happen in a round, so they know to change to the right gunfight, they know to change to the right point of view and stuff. And there's people whose whole career it is, in fact, to do that job, because it's very difficult. I think that CS:GO, just because it's search and destroy, effectively from a COD audience, it's effectively search and destroy. That's a very rudimentary and basic way of explaining what the fuck's going on. But because it's that, like when you watch competitive COD, the best matches are always the search matches that go to 5-5. They're always the best. They're always the most tense. There's the most drama, all that kind of stuff.
I like Hardpoint when there's like a back and forth battle in Black Ops 2. That was really
Hardpoint. Yeah, Hardpoint is good, but I just think for maximum drama, like those single elimination round game types are the best. That's just my opinion. But I'm a CS:GO fan, so I'm going to say that, right? I don't know. But yeah.
Hardpoint in that basketball shit. That basketball shit was very, and I hate Advanced Warfare, but that basketball, maybe because I'm black, but that was real exciting, man.
Was it called?
What was it called?
It's not called
Uplink.
Uplink, yeah.
It'd be cool in Uplink. There's that shotgun that shoots like a air sound wave. If you could like block the ball with like some guns, like there's
that would be cool too. But I hated that fucking game.
Yeah, let's go on a rant for like 15 minutes about it.
Yeah, that game sucks. But what I did you see that picture, Wings? Don't I look different with my beard? Without my beard? You didn't see it?
I seen that. I thought that was Dr. Dre.
Yeah, that's a picture with when I used to rap with Rick Ross, the real Rick Ross, the American gangster guy. That dude. But I didn't do much. No new pussy. I fired up Arma 3 Breaking Point.
Okay.
And I didn't have fun. Did you play yet, White Boy?
Oh yeah. The thing is, DayZ's been getting good, and as soon as I was getting into Breaking Point, DayZ comes back from the grave. Then I've been just playing DayZ ever since.
Yeah, I find more people on DayZ than Arma. Both times I played a couple times and I just got sniped. And
Yeah,
then like
in Breaking Point, there's like 2 main cities and like a few military bases where you
yeah,
head to.
and you run if you don't know where you're going. Oh my God! Yeah, I was running for like you think DayZ feel like you're running for a long time. All DayZ, you just follow a main road and then you'll go to another city. Like Arma, like I don't know what that was. I just didn't have fun.
Arma 3
playing
usually has vehicles.
Breaking Point. Yeah, but I couldn't find
them.
any at Breaking Point. And I just downloaded the Battle Royale. I watched that and it looked good. And I do like the gun work and all that stuff. I wish DayZ used that engine. I said that earlier. I don't know if I said it while we were recording. But I wish they used that engine. And I know people hate when we talk about DayZ. But that's basically it. Cooked some spaghetti today and,
Okay.
you know, woke up this morning.
Oh, I went swimming with my. I went to a public pool with my 7th Street friends. They came down for the weekend. And
You pee in the pool?
I didn't pee in the pool.
That's what people do in public pools.
I
They
spit
pee
in the pool a few times. There's a diving board. I did a little flip off of it. It was cool. I was doing really good in basketball. I was like dunking on Buddy. I mean, it was pool basketball, but that was cool. So it was nice seeing them. I haven't seen them in a while.
Were you like? Was there an element of the White Boy 7th Street personality with your 7th Street friends that was like, "I'm the gold medal champion. Who are you? Da 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 da. I'm the GOAT. I'm the greatest of all time." As you're dunking on your friends.
Yeah, there's definitely. You always do that with friends. You talk trash. Actually, there was a fan there, so like, I didn't expect to meet a fan in the pool, so I took like a shirtless like picture with him. So I wasn't prepared for it.
Didn't.
I never did. He got an exclusive shirtless photo. Julio has a hairy fucking back. I just gotta mention that. I didn't know how hairy a man's back could be, but Julio has it looked like wings back there, like he was gonna fly away. I just have to mention that.
Damn, man. I'm glad I don't got a fucking hairy back. Girls said that, well, every girl that bring up like hairy back, they don't like that shit.
You can grab onto it though and ride it.
Like pull that shit.
Ugh.
Oh.
I always picture, this is a weird thing that I always have in my brain, but I want to kind of be hung by all the weird hairs that I have. Like all the black...
Like literally like hung like on a tree?
No, like hung, like I want to be laying face down and then...
So you want to have like a dominatrix type hanging like from a ceiling and shit by all the weird hairs you have?
Yeah.
So you want to be like
Why would you even think
like
about
your
that?
chest hair and shit?
No, not the chest hair. I want my back hair. Anything on my back, because I feel like there's always a...
Let's see the back. Let's see the back, white boy. Let's see the back hair.
I don't have back hair. Like, okay,
how you gonna get hung from hair you don't have?
No, but I have like a weird. I'm not gonna be hung. I just want to be hung for a little bit, and all the weird hair that I have, like, leaves me because my body weight pulls me down. Because you have a little weird hair here and there.
You're just talking about getting a wax, white boy. It's fine. This is a safe environment.
Yeah, I was about to say, why don't you just get a wax?
No, I don't want I want the hair that's there, but I don't want the bad hair. I want to evict the bad hair. And
well, wax that.
That is an incredibly strange... Like, I'm not trying to be mean or anything, but that's an incredibly strange thought process. The hair that's on my back, I don't want all of it gone. But there's hairs in particular that I would call my enemy. Right? And I want to be suspended by those from an object and have my natural body weight tear them out. That is a very strange thing to say.
I want to be hung. I'm like, what? First I thought he was talking about like hung, like suicide with his hair. And I'm like, why would someone think about that? Why would somebody even think about being hung from hair that they don't like?
I just want to do it. I'm sure you guys want to do something really weird.
No, not like that.
I don't know. I always get like this big, thick, black hair out of nowhere, and it's like, I know there's motherfuckers growing back there, and just those times where you're touching your back and you find it, and like, what? How?
Like I got some hair, and hair, like a little bit, like you can't see it, but you can like see it if you like look, and you can like see it a little bit, and that's it.
I recently shaved my back, but normally I have pretty good back hair, and like I like sitting around with your shirt off and have like a fan in the room, and it picks all the hairs up, and it makes you feel like you're flying.
So is that what you did
That's
this week?
weird too. That's kind of weird. It makes you feel like you're flying.
Yeah, because I get back hair that's like that long. Like literally.
So
like,
you got the Julio back then.
Well, in places since I'm so fat. I mean, like it's kind of just like my chest.
Oh,
Look, now you fucked your collar up. Look, now the collar of your shirt off. Fucked up.
Like you can see, I'd be a hairy dude if I was skinny.
Your titties look succulent though. Pause.
Thank you.
Oh man, we're silly.
Yeah, it's that Facebook thing. Like you can show a male nipple on Facebook, but you can't show a female. So females are taking male nipples and putting them over their areolas.
What, by force or?
No, like photoshopping.
No, it's a joke.
Oh, yeah, you can see the length of a female nipple. Y'all remember I was sucking this girl titties, and her nipples were like, I didn't like them. Her nipples were like a baby bottle nipples when they got hard.
That's the kind I like myself. I mean, I like it when you can roll them in your fingers and it's almost like Play-Doh.
Man, she had goat nipples, man. I don't care.
Goat nipples.
Yeah, I didn't mess with her ever
you didn't appreciate that.
So you didn't mess with her because she had goat nipples.
Yo, she had goat nipples, man. Them Jones was long, like they were like fucking baby bottle nipples.
Felt like you had a dick in your mouth, huh, Jai?
Oh, it's fuck no, it didn't. No, it didn't. They gonna fucking love that shit.
What did you do this week, Jordy?
Not a damn thing, son.
No.
Nothing.
My days, nothing.
I gotta write what I do down because this question kind of hit me like, what did you do?
Well, let me expand it. Like I did, like my mother and her boyfriend, they did break down, and I went and got them off the side of the road and got their stuff like that.
Oh my god, thanks.
What?
Because you said I did my mother and her boyfriend.
Oh no, no. They broke down.
I was a little shocked that you. Then you said they broke down, so thank you. Thanks.
Yeah, I ain't like that job. I know you racist and you want to talk about Southern fellas like that.
Yeah, that's basically what they were.
I'm not intrigued by my sister or anything.
The Southern rumors, But what you guys, if you wanted a game to be on the PS4 or the Xbox One that was on the 360 or the PS3, whatever, what game would you guys want?
Fallout 3.
Fallout 3?
I think it would have to be a multiplayer game because you're kind of wasting that a little bit because The Last of Us versus The Last of Us Remastered, yes, it was a lot better on the PS4, but it wasn't that better. Like, if I would have to try to revitalize a game or bring one back, it would be one of the old CODs. So, I mean, I would hope that it's not hack.
MW2.
I'm looking at it another way. I'm looking at a game that runs like shit because the old software and would need the extra power to run.
Okay, because Fallout does lag, right? During the loading screens?
Fallout runs like shit on like PS3 and stuff.
I would like to play Modern Warfare 3 with the PS4 controller. I think the PS4 controller, even though I'm a PC guy and I'm like mouse and keyboards and all that shit, like I think the PS4 is the best controller I've ever used.
You can't do that right now.
I like the Xbox One controller.
I hate the Xbox.
The bumper is so weird on the Xbox.
It hurts my hand. Like
it breaks in. It literally breaks in.
I've got
mine feels different than it did when it first comes in.
I've got I had a skating injury when I was
so
younger,
much
and I've
better.
got nerve damage in my left hand. So certain controllers hurt my hands, and the Xbox One just kills my hands, man. Like the PS4 is.
I don't like the triggers on the PS4.
I love the
I always feel like
Beautiful.
my fingers are slipping off of them.
I still think the 360.
They need. I think
It's
they need a
better
better
than
ridge on the back. Like
the
they need
Xbox
a
One
curve
controller.
to it.
The 360 is a better controller than the Xbox
Yeah.
One controller.
I don't
And-
agree with that.
And when I say this, I want Modern Warfare 2 to be able to play on the Xbox One, PS4. I want them as backwards compatibility, but I don't want Modern Warfare 2 remastered or
No,
remade.
you need it because the noob tubes are still going to be there.
I like no, they could just patch it.
No, they just won't though. That's the thing.
But if they remaster the game, this what I don't want. I don't want the same game. Like I don't want to play the same exact map because it will be fun for 2 weeks. Like Modern Warfare 2, hell yeah! Then you're playing the same maps, the same game, just look a little better. But
the same
it would
gun,
get
using
boring.
the same strat.
Yeah, it would
They
get
need,
boring.
what they need to do is bring the old game back with the base maps, and maybe even include the DLC maps, but then make more. Maps.
Yeah, I said make some more. If they give us more maps,
Because
and,
here's something you don't realize. Back in the day, Xbox games, I don't think I have an Xbox game near me, but Xbox games were on DVD, and Call of Duty is made for the Xbox. So they were limited by like 720, whatever, was it, megabytes?
Yeah.
They could put on a disc. Where Blu-ray has tons of room. That's why PlayStation 3 games came on like one disc, and like Xbox games would come on multiple discs.
had software downloadable graphics and all
But since the
that stuff.
Xbox One has a Blu-ray now too, so they both use Blu-ray, you could put as many maps as you motherfucking want on these Call of Duty games,
Yeah.
and it would all fit on the disc.
I think isn't the game that's most requested for the Xbox One backwards compatibility Black Ops 2?
Yes, it is.
Yes.
That's just that. I think that's because Black Ops 3 is coming out. Pardon me.
Bless you.
Yeah, I think that's because the next COD is Treyarch, and people want to get used to that Treyarch feel, because it does feel very different. Like Infinity Ward games and Treyarch games, they do feel very different.
Yeah.
And I think people are like really requesting Black Ops 2 because they want to play a Treyarch game on their current controller setup or whatever it's going to be. I would like Black Ops 2 is an interesting COD to me because it seems like years after release, that's the one that not everybody, but a lot of people say is the best COD. A lot of people say that. I don't say that, but I also don't say it's a bad game, but a lot of people think Black Ops, like you can see it all the time now, people bigging up Treyarch and bigging up Vaughn and bigging up fucking Black Ops 2. Oh, it was a great Call of Duty, really balanced, great for competitive, all this nonsense. Well, not nonsense, that stuff's true, but like, I don't know.
Blackjack is on the top 8 channels on Twitch right now. Like, it always has a consistent player base, and I think that's why it's
Blackjack or Black Ops 2?
Black Ops 2. Did I say Blackjack?
Yeah.
Am I missing a-
Blackjack. You're a gambling addict. You're a
I'm
gambling
missing a-
addict.
I was looking. My friend was.
We're gonna have an
that's funny.
intervention one day. That's gonna be one of our shows.
Okay, I'm down for it. But no, Black Ops is the 8th channel right now on Twitch, and maybe that's why it's the most requested, because it's one of the most played games. 100,000 concurrent people all the time on Xbox and PS3.
I'm also
And-
thinking it's about zombies. It's gotta be.
Yeah, that's true too.
Those aren't multiplayer, man. I did a video about that shit.
But I also think that I don't know what I'm thinking. I've lost my train of thought. I'm sorry.
That's fine. I think a lot of people want Black Ops 2 on the next gen consoles, like backwards compatibility, because they want to play zombies with their mates on their new console.
See, the thing with Black Ops 2, this is what I was going to say. I don't think it's the best COD because on paper it is, I think, but it didn't play like the best
Black Ops
COD.
1 was.
Black Ops 2's connection was just, something was off.
I'm talking about actual sales. Black Ops 1 was the peak of the series.
Yeah, Modern Warfare 2 is the funnest COD to me. I definitely wasn't the best made, but
Modern Warfare 2 was
the
fun.
funnest.
I would agree with Job. It was the most fun to play. but it's also the most frustrating at the same time. It owns both trophies.
Advanced Warfare.
Advanced Warfare is frustrating,
If you're
but
not counting
I don't. Let me put this. I might be a little biased because like I was a much angrier person when Modern Warfare 2 was out.
Yeah, when it counted. Yeah, I know
Yeah,
what you mean.
but like I remember getting so much more mad at noob tubes and care packages and cheaters and hack lobbies than I ever did getting mad at somebody just because like my Advanced Warfare experience is like this. That sucks. You know, that's my Advanced Warfare.
You don't really
experience.
have to get that gameplay or whatever.
I don't give a shit no more.
I just get mad that like you like, where did he shoot me from? And the motherfucker up there somewhere. Like, come on, man, that game is so annoying. But I don't want to go on a big rant.
Yeah, we won't go on a big rant about it. I was just going to say I did boot it up on PC the other day, and I had the same reaction as Geordie. I was just like, meh. It's not even like I hate it.
I put a Facebook post out the other day. You go on, Eddie.
Yeah, I was just like, I've played like loads of different CODs. I'm doing a Modern Warfare 3 Road to Commander now. That game is fucking frustrating. Like, it can be fucking annoying, but the newer games don't make me even do that. I'm just like, I can't even be motivated. I can't be motivated to play it. I'm just like, whatever.
Yeah, I don't think Advanced Warfare is the most frustrating because like I didn't care about like if I had a nuke, that was like I'm going on Machinima. This has got to be on YouTube. And Advanced Warfare is like, I can reverse boost and get like 1 off 300 mobs in a game or DNAs, but there's no passion for it.
When you reverse boost, I got a name. Them players are so bad.
I think it's almost bots because I've seen.
They're worse than bots, dude. They're worse than bots.
Yo, why don't they just put them in? And they think that's not teaching the players. It's not. Like a guy, doom, shooting at somebody, boom. Oh, I keep missing them. Oh, man. Oh, I got 8 kills this game.
Now, do you think if you gave those players performing-enhancing drugs that they would get any better?
Yes.
So you think esports players...
What drugs would you give them, Jive? Would you cut them a line or, or would you give them Adderall, for example?
If they took Adderall, they would be a little better. They would be a little...
Do you think...
I don't think they... Because they don't know how to play in the first place, I don't think they would be better.
But they would be able to concentrate more. Do you?
Yeah, but concentrate on something you don't know, so like...
Now, what if you gave them a bottle of Adderall and 2010 extras, tips and tricks videos? Will they be great at Black Ops 1?
But if it's 2000... Oh, yeah. They probably would. They'll learn quicker.
That'd be crazy.
Hold on, is Adderall a pill or a liquid? It's a pill, right?
It's a pill, I think.
Yeah, I never encountered anyone that sells that or took it. Well, I did go to UMG Philly, but I didn't know that he took it.
Here's the thing. I'm going to give a shout out to a pro esports. He's kind of a critic, but he's not. He's a journalist. He's an actual journalist, and his name's Thorin. Shout out to Thorin. His videos are really entertaining. He's very entertaining in himself. And he did a video about drug testing in esports, and he was talking about Adderall specifically. And we're now going to... This is the subject, should esports pros be subjected to the same drug screening that regular athletes do, etc., etc., etc. This is all over the internet at the moment. The thing that he was saying, he's British, but he's covered League of Legends, he's covered CS:GO, he knows about COD and all the other Halo, all the other like console esports. And he did a show completely about Adderall, and he was like, basically, he's seen a lot of people. He was saying, one, it's an American phenomenon. The Europeans don't use Adderall. It's not as freely available. It's not as over prescribed here. Yeah, it's not part of our culture to use Adderall in the treatment of like ADHD and all that kind of crap. He's saying that it's a lot more frequent in the American teams, and he said it's a lot more it's a lot more invested in like the console arena type shooters. And he was saying in some circumstances it can make a very good player slightly better, and in games where there's no other context to the game, the meta isn't deep enough like it is CSGO about managing economy and strategy and all that stuff. If it's just like a raw aim esport like COD, like Halo to a certain extent, then yeah, that would be, he was like, well, I don't want to paraphrase him and get him wrong, but he was like, the advantage would be more apparent in that scenario. Whereas in CSGO, it's not, it doesn't help you, because although it might make you able to concentrate on the next aim duel, it doesn't help you think long term in terms of strategy and figuring out what you're supposed to do. And the best players in the world are European, and they don't use it. So obviously you can't say that it gives them, the Americans, a clear advantage, because they're using it and still losing, right? So that was his take on it. As far as like people being screened for it, he wasn't against it in principle per se, but he was like, it's hard enough to get these fucking events to run on time as it is. You figure into like all that, like you've got to get them fucking screened for drugs and shit. Like it's just like a complete fucking waste of time, because if you could take a magic pill that made me a CSGO pro, then yeah, that would be a problem, but that doesn't exist, right? It's just like that's a fallacy. Like people, it's big in COD, right? All the COD guys are apparently using it all the time. Well, COD is a game where it could be used for an advantage, so maybe in COD it's worthwhile, but is COD a big enough esport to really warrant that? Like, COD draws like 100k, like, in the biggest fucking League of Legends and Dota and CS tournaments are in the millions. So,
Yeah,
if viewers,
I think it'll help in. I think it'll help in Counter-Strike.
People don't use it in Counter-Strike, dude.
I know they don't use it, but oh well.
They do.
I don't,
That's where this thing came from. Counter-Strike pros said that everybody was on Adderall.
Yeah,
Yeah,
in his team, in an
know they
American
don't
team,
use it,
but the
but
American
I
teams
think
are
it'll
shit,
help.
dude. The American teams are shit. So
I
he
think
was.
it'll help in Counter-Strike.
The fact is, football players are using Adderall now. I don't know if you know. I don't know if you know this, but like it's going to be a drug that they're going to have to reevaluate. I mean, like baseball players used to use a thing called Stanzanol. I think it was Stanzanol. Don't quote me on that. But it basically was a drug that basically helps your hand-eye coordination, and it was so common that it was almost like if you play baseball, you got to take this drug. And they didn't look at it like an anabolic steroid or anything. It's just something people took to help them catch the ball, throw the ball harder, and concentrate better. And I'm sure that even the European teams will have something like that that will be helping them. Because when you're on top, matter of fact, I've got a friend named Drew, and I asked Drew, if you could take anabolic steroids for 4 years and make $10 million a year for those 4 years, and then have your career abolished, would you do it? And he goes, yeah. And that's the answer for most people. Once you're on top, you do what you do to stay on top. You do what you do to try to stay on top. Is it take anabolic steroids? Is it do drugs? Is it, or do you let the guy that comes in later that's younger, faster, and better than you be there?
It's like you had to. That's
It's
what
like you
Barry
had to.
Bonds suffered from. Like he was good already. He was that shit already. And then he happened to take that, and then.
Well, Barry Bonds was more ego than anything because he knew he was better than Sosa and McGuire, but they were getting all that attention.
Yeah.
And it's like, y'all motherfuckers want to cheat and knock 70 home runs and everybody praise you for it? I can do better.
Definitely.
But, like, I just think the drugs are a consequence of a competitive system and age. Because as you age, you get worse. You can say what you want. Your reaction gets slower. You know your cardio gets worse. You can point out, like, look at this person at 50 years old doing these chin-ups. Well, he's an exception, not the rule.
Yeah,
he's
you
an
get
exception.
better at like managing money,
Yeah.
like stuff like that.
Yeah.
Well,
Become better at logistics.
That's a big thing in CS:GO, managing your money, right?
I don't think. I think they should be drug tested for the effort of fairness, but I'm kind of biased on this because, like, I felt baseball was better with Mark McGuire hitting 70 home. I felt it was better with the home run hitters.
They need steroids back.
They need to get they need a program in baseball that regulates steroid usage. You know,
Or something.
Imagine if you could only 3 players on a roster every year can use steroids.
Ringers, yeah, have 3 ringers. That'll be fucking. That'll be such. That'll be like what's that football? Arena football, What was that league?
XFL.
Yeah, can't they like run up the wall or something? Like I don't know what it was. Something XFL, like the field was like real. No, they couldn't run up the wall. This is what they could do. You know, before they hike the ball, the wide receiver could start running, like to get like a head start, and then they'll hike the ball, and then by the time they hike the ball, the receiver is at full speed running that way, and then it was like a high scoring affair. Like that shit was dumb. It flopped.
Yeah, dumb like the XFL.
Yeah, it flopped, man.
I had an XFL football. I bought in.
You bought into the XFL?
No, I was like 10 years old, but I had. A
Do you think if drug testing at the next MLG COD event was instituted tomorrow, that most of the teams would be banned? Most of the players.
Yes.
I think, yeah.
I guarantee. I can't say this, but I don't give a fuck because I don't have a social media or YouTube career anymore. I think Scumpy's on Adderall.
I don't.
You don't?
It's like I don't know.
He has to be on something. He's still playing Advanced Warfare. It's fucking what?
You got to have something that deals with your brain faculties if you can play Advanced Warfare.
When I first heard, I thought Nadeshot was good at Advanced Warfare. I'm not even gonna lie. But anyway, when I first heard about Adderall use and COD, the name that been thrown around all the time was a kid named Fizzerp. He used to be.
Heard of him.
He was on Fair, and it was like Moho, Fizzerp, Assassin, and I think John, and they was like
John was a beast.
Yeah, John, they're all good. I saw them playing in person. Moho's fucking good as shit, but you know his teams.
Well,
he took that break, and then you know his teams aren't in the league, so his players leave and then like just leave. I don't know how they allow that shit to happen, but they just leave and then go to TK or a team that's in the league.
That's that bullshit. They need lock-ins.
That is bullshit.
Let me ask you this. Would it be okay if everybody did Adderall, but they had to take it publicly? Like right before the tournament starts, that they have like little white cups lined up for them taking their Adderall to let the kids know they're using drugs to get this way?
I think that the COD as an esport would die very quickly because I don't think their parents would want their kids following a sport
would be real bad.
that condoned.
That would be horrible, Wings.
Professional drug take.
Yeah, but I remember, like I was saying, I was watching like a stream or something, and I'm like, oh shit, Fizz, all right. Like, that dude, all right. This was a while ago. And then they was like, yeah, he's all on Adderall. He's Adderalled up. And I'm like, huh, they're using that shit there? Like, that's when that first brought my awareness to Adderall use at COD tournaments. I don't know if he did. I'm not saying he did, but the people were saying that.
I'm going to let y'all motherfuckers know, every gameplay I ever got, I've never done Adderall in my life.
Yeah.
I didn't even know what Adderall was until, like...
Yeah, like, I don't care about gameplay that bad.
I'm just naturally lazy, and I like to camp.
You know what? I'm exactly the kind of player that Adderall would actually help. Like, that kind of, like, headless chicken, run around and try and beat everything in a 1v1. I'm exactly the kind of player that it would help.
I'm the exact player it wouldn't help because you can't sound whore in Advanced Warfare because Advanced Warfare is shit. I know people don't want us talking about Advanced Warfare being shit, but it's shit.
Hate that game.
Yo, Black Ops 3 beta is out, what, soon? Yeah.
Dude, I don't even want to spend $5 to play the beta.
They said the what is it, pre-orders are higher on Xbox One. Whoa.
Because people on the PlayStation 4 ain't stupid. This game,
yeah, like they don't give a fuck.
It's going to be terrible. I went and looked at Advanced Warfare. I played Advanced Warfare the other day, and like I made a Facebook post about it. I'm like, you're fucking washed up on YouTube when you get your ass beat this bad on a game that you pretty much helped make famous. And it's like, oh man, they have all kinds of stupid shit, and people look like neon billboards now. Like they have like shit that glows on them, and like they have like this gun, like the STG-44, that's got like this blue like aqua text. Yeah, it's like I'm getting shot with a fucking like glow stick from a rave or some bullshit. It's like, God damn, where's Call of Duty at?
What were they thinking? What were they thinking?
My homeboy Nero said he dropped $80 on Advanced Warfare supply drops. I'm like, you're buying into the bullshit. They're gonna keep shelling it out.
Yeah, that's true. Like, I that is one side of the game that I'm just like, I mean, it's gross hypocrisy, right? Because I've opened a lot of cases in CS:GO, but like paying for weapons in COD is just like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, that's crazy. You've bought the game, right? But the good guns, the really good ones, you don't have access to, and you can't directly earn all of them. Like, you can earn like a lot of them if you go to Master Prestige. But,
you gotta devote so much of your life. Like
but I mean, come on, like
the Obsidian Steed's a 3-shot kill, Eddie, from all ranges.
No, it's not. It's actually not. But
I seen the Drifter video. It's 30 meters, 3-shot kill.
No, it's not. The BAL has the shortest 3-shot range of all.
I'm talking about the Obsidian Steed. Obsidian Steed. I mean, Drifter did a video on it recently, and it's got 30 meters as a 3-shot kill range.
No, that's not true.
That is true. He showed.
Are you calling Drifter a liar?
No, I'm saying that Geordie, either that information is pre-patch or
what's the Obsidian Steed? Is that a BAL or?
Yeah, it's a BAL
variant.
The BAL has the shortest 3-shot range of all the assault rifles, but a lot of them don't. A lot of them don't have a 3-shot range. A lot of them only have a 4-shot range. Anyway, from a
AK-12 has a 5-shot range.
When they're building the game, they're thinking that they're not building Advanced Warfare thinking, I know what's a good idea, let's piss off all the old fans. No, they're building the game thinking, well, the people that go to Max Prestige, eventually will reward them and they can unlock all the this amount of elite guns. But the idea that you pay to get random chance packs to get an item that can affect the meta of the game, to me, is crazy. That's mental. And the fact that people are like all I see in quite a lot of my sub box at the moment is like reactions to this opening. Like, it's the FIFA craze as well. This happens in FIFA all the time. Like chance packs in FIFA or supply drops in Advanced Warfare. Like, a lot of the content now is just, look at this cool shit I got, because don't tell anyone. Like, Activision sorted me out with 100 cases, but we won't say that, right? As I'm a YouTube channel, I'm helping to promote the game. I paid for these. Yeah, sure you did.
Stupid.
You guys want to do some Patreon reviews?
Sounds great.
All right. I'm going to go ahead and say it ahead of time. I'm not going to say the last line of this one because it's kind of controversial, but I'm going to read your other stuff, Michael Cook. I'm just not going to go there. Michael Cook, welcome to the Patreon crew. We have 8 new Patreons this week.
Yo, thank you guys.
Kicking some ass.
Welcome, Michael.
And he goes, what up, my niggas? Okay, it was wildly inappropriate. Love watching you guys every week. I don't catch the streams enough, and I know I shift my support this way. Can't wait for the road trip and the meetup. You guys should come to my base and check out some tanks and military aircraft.
All right, he crazy. All right.
Wait, he has a base?
Yeah, I guess he's in the military.
Oh, I thought it was like a private base, and he's like.
It doesn't say military base, but he might actually have a base. He might have like.
Has a Bond villain just become one of our Patreons or something? Are we talking to like Blofeld here?
Yeah, this is Goldfinger up in this motherfucker.
Yeah, this is Spectre.
Sounds fun though.
Can we drive your military aircraft?
Yeah.
Where is his base? Did he say anything?
He doesn't say where his base is at.
But I'm assuming it's in the south because we said we were going to the south, didn't we?
Yeah, and there's a bunch of cooks in the south. Okay, we got Cher Adabi. Shahir, is that Shahir? Shahir Adabi? I might have said your name wrong, dude.
Yeah, I'm sure it's not Cher.
Yeah, it might be Shahir.
Yeah.
What's going on, y'all? Chillin'. Where to start? Okay, firstly, Keep Jive's intro from episode 24 as the official intro song is dope. Secondly, I wanted to thank White Boy for introducing me to Jive, Wings, and Eddie. Since I'm an OG member of the GOAT clan, or the Army, if you will, I can see roaming around in Eddie's Twitch stream under the alias of KG Beast. Notice me, senpai. But I wanted to say that this podcast is entertaining as fork. And I could either surprise us with your guest any given episode, or you bring a guest every 3 to 5 episodes on a consistent basis. Just a thought. But before I go on too long, I just wanted to say, keep doing what you're doing and give a shout out to my older bro, Ed. And thanks also for watching the streams. Peace on the streets. from Shahir Adibi.
Shout out to Ed.
Thank you, dude.
Thank you, man. Thanks
Long
a
time
lot.
goat. I love it.
Yeah.
KG Beast, I do recognize that name. He is in my stream all the time.
Yeah. The last Patreon thing we have this week is from Chandler Appling. Hey guys, as the Black Ops 3 beta is approaching, I was wondering if you're going to play it. If so, do you think the 5 days time frame is appropriate for games like Call of Duty? Also, Wings, in episode 7, you said you probably not be picking up a game. Has that changed? Thanks, and always keep it real. Just the good old boys.
Good old boys.
When is the
Smoke weed
beta?
every day.
When's the beta dropping, Eddie? Do you know the exact
Seventh
date?
or the 8th, I think.
Okay, 5 days. I think it's weird because Call of Duty has never done a beta like this before, and I wonder how it's gonna work.
5 days is not enough, though.
Look at this.
Definitely.
Let me drop some knowledge on y'all motherfuckers. This isn't a beta. This is let's drive up the pre-order sales bullshit. That's what this is. Anything you do in this beta, because when they're giving the date out, but they're not giving a place to give back feedback to the most point. Like, where do you get feedback from this beta to?
Exactly.
It's data gathering for them. It is.
All it is like, how much hype do we have? How many servers do we need to have on the release night? How many people are interested in this game? How can we make it look like more people are interested in Call of Duty this year than last year? That's what this beta is. It's going to be driven. It's going to be like 3 or 4 maps. You're probably going to have limited gun loadouts, and it's going to be skill-based matchmaking, because the fact is the hardcore guys are going to be playing that shit all day, and it's going to be a smaller fan base that normally plays Call of Duty. I think it's going to be terrible.
Wings, they said this is what they said. They said the skill-based matchmaking is going to be like Black Ops 2. People don't remember when Black Ops 2 first came out, the skill-based matchmaking was very heavy.
Advanced Warfare skill-based matching was Black Ops 2 shit when it first came out.
Yeah. when
they changed it around January. They changed Black Ops 2 around January.
When the DLC came out, that's when it changed.
I really feel like there's a huge amount of the COD community that talks utter shit virtually all the time, right? But this feedback from your community of people who do YouTube and stuff of like skill-based matchmaking actually harms the game, I think that's true. Some people like Drifter defend it because I'm going to paraphrase you here, Drifter. Sorry, feel free to come on the show if you want to, and we can discuss this, because I know we have opposing points of view about this. But I think he defends it on the basis that it's not an enjoyable experience if you're going in and getting destroyed by some really good player if you're new to the game. So the point of skill-based matchmaking is that everyone plays at their sort of appropriate level, and they have that sort of COD experience that everyone enjoys. Now, my counter to that is that actually what was great about the old games is that you would occasionally get that one motherfucker who you were like, yo, this kid's genuinely better than me. Like, I don't know about you guys and the rest of the cool, but I thought I was good at Call of Duty. When I played somebody who fucking wrecked me, like especially for me, like a 1v1 gunfight. Oh, you got my attention now. You got my attention now.
It's
like,
fun
I'm gonna
when it's
stay in
one
this
guy.
motherfucking I'm gonna stay in this fucking lobby until that motherfucker leaves. That's what's happening. And everyone's not us.
It's a personal challenge. I understand it.
Look, everyone's not like us. They don't have the same ego. They don't react in the same way to getting destroyed. But I genuinely think that the game is more fun. If I'm not saying take it out of the game completely, because then you'd have like level 1s up against 3 months into the game, like full prestigious. That's a bit out of order. But like, it needs to be lessened, I think. I think it's a mistake. This is what I will say. This is what I think is true. I think it's a mistake to make the public games of Call of Duty as similar as a competitive environment as possible. I think doing that is a bad idea. I think that COD, at its core, is a fun arcade shooter. And if you make it too competitive in its design and the way the meta works in public matches and the way that matchmaking is found, you're going to make the game worse. And I know for a fact it makes connections worse. That
Oh,
definitely makes connections worse. And whether they say we can optimize the algorithm to find you a better connection, look, you've been saying that since 2009, mate. All right, and I still get 2 bars. I don't want to fucking hear it. All right, I accept with online games the connections aren't going to be great all the time, but skill-based matchmaking does make that worse. I'm sorry, it does.
It also makes the meta switch completely, where before I could use akimbo weapons and pistols and run around and at least have a chance. Now in Advanced Warfare, the SAC-10s are
best shit.
Like the SAC-10s are all right if you're inside. There's like on Riot, there's like a little indoor place where they're coming up the stairs and it's a little hallway. You can use it in that area.
And you're still better off with a bow in your hands.
Exactly, for the most part, yeah.
The crazy thing. Oh, sorry.
No, I was gonna say, going back to the 5 days for the beta in Black Ops 3, that's very tricky because 5 days in Advanced Warfare, I was really liking it, and I thought, Ghost was just a mistake. Advanced Warfare is a shit. It's awesome. Like 5 days in, maybe Wings was like day one trash, but
the skill-based matchmaking ain't really kick in when the game first came out.
Yeah, everyone was still learning then.
Yeah, and the crazy thing is, it doesn't matter how you put it. The good players, it's not as many good players as there are bad players. So the pool of the good players are going to be small. There's going to be a little bit of good players and a lot of bad players. So if you reverse boost, you're going to find a whole bunch of lobbies. Well, probably not because nobody plays the game, but you know what I mean.
I had 3 choices I could go into lobby-wise on TDM.
Right. If you and the good players are gonna be just battling each other. Like one time I was streaming and I was going in lobbies and I just kept running into these same guys. I'm like, oh my God, like what is up with this game? But if you mix everybody up, it's not gonna be like, like sometimes you get parties. I don't think that's why I never like playing in parties, because you just most likely we're gonna be with good players anyway.
I got an idea for us. Here's an idea. Since we all stream, how about we have an Advanced Warfare survival group stream? We all play Advanced Warfare and who as long as we can until everybody bows out and we have a winner.
That's already a great idea.
That's a great idea.
If we play together, I probably could hang and stay just because you guys are in there. I remember I stayed in a game because a guy was like, Jive, hey, Jive, what's up? And I wanted to leave that game so fucking bad. Like some dumbass deaths, somebody up there. Like, why is he up there? And I die. And I wanted to leave so bad, but the kid knew who I was, so I just was like, yo, kid, I only stayed because of you. Like, that game is so annoying. Let's move on. I hate the game.
I will be playing the beta.
Oh, yeah, I'll be playing the beta also. Wait, you.
Do you have to pre-order it for the beta?
Someone gave me a code.
Go drop $5 at a GameStop and just cancel it.
Yeah.
That's the problem. It's like that's $5 I won't get back because I don't buy shit from GameStop anymore.
Well, what if you just buy you could
$1
save
a day,
$50.
whatever.
I think you can do it on Amazon, dude. I think you can do it through that.
You could do it through PSN,
Jordy,
right?
Jordy, this is the bad thing about Twitter is you could put out a tweet now saying, "Has any one of my followers got a hookup for a PS4 Black Ops 3 beta code for me?" and you'd have it within 2 seconds.
Maybe that never worked for me in the past.
No, you would. You would. Someone did it to me, dude. Someone just gave me it.
Don't you look me up then, Eddie? Damn.
Because mine's on PC, man.
You can't be like, hit another tweet. My boy Wings needs a code. Anybody got?
All right, I'll do that after the show.
All right. Let's talk about Patreon real quick, and then we're going to do 1 or 2 iTunes reviews, and that's going to be the show for the day. The Patreon, it just started last week. We sent out some emails. There was only 15 in the first batch, so if you are Patreon, because we have 48 of you now, and obviously only 15 is a lot less than 48, and you didn't get the show early last week, it's going to slowly progress every week, putting more and more in. We're running based off the website. We're using your emails, and we're going to have show reads coming up with some of the Patreons as well, because we have 2 people that bought some of the higher premium tiers, and just let you guys know that's coming.
Yeah, it is definitely coming.
All right, and then I feel like I failed on iTunes reviews because my iTunes won't open right now.
Oh gosh.
I was gonna lie and just make up a review. But I felt
Apple.
like
The podcast show is fucking great. Cheers.
This one is from Chris. The podcast show is great. Eddie, Wings, White Boy, you guys are giving the most entertaining talk ever.
Thank you, Chris.
Thank you.
You're
Chris.
welcome.
Thank you very much, Chris.
I'm not Chris. Like, did it open, White Boy?
We might have to skip iTunes this week. We're having technical difficulties. But if you want your shit read, we do prioritize Patreon reviews.
Exactly.
Yeah. Pause.
All right, guys.
But thank you
for
guys.
watching.
Thank you
iTunes
very
will
much.
get read.
Thank you, Patreons.
Thank
And
you,
I'll see y'all in the
Patreons.
comments.
All right, we'll see you next week in the comments, and I'm gonna end it awkwardly. Pause.
Awkward.